The good old days? Present perceptions of the past of Christian Britain presented as a comparative utopia, perhaps even bemoaning films which depicted it as secretly behind closed doors, brutal, abusive, bullying, a hypocritical, contradictory, unchristian lie. What one comes to realise is that perhaps at no point in British history did the British care about Britain, not in the way that present patriots claim about its past citizens. They cared about money, food, materialistic claptrap, and superficial successes. Christianity, the royal right of the king or the queen, those are empowering, supposedly virtuous notions to make one feel better about themselves, but do you think the characters in Sense and Sensibility care more about England as a concept or the nice clothes, meals, and houses that they live in, really? Does the English working class really care about England, its history, or its seemingly special significance, or do they like beer, food, money, and materials? Would they rather live in a country cottage or in a high-rise apartment with a nice, classy bar in LA? Sorry, Peter Hitchens, I'm not sure your England ever existed to the degree with which you believe, unless the 1950s post-war zeitgeist there, when you and your elder brother grew up formatively, was a unique bastion of well-meaning faith and consensus that the country, its state representatives, and the royal family, the nation's religion, and proposed exceptionalism were inherently, considered inherently and inarguably good, though depictions and accounts of English history prior are rather muddy, miserable, and hypocritical. A nation which, unless in the upper classes, really, life was miserable slog. And a prospective con, too. You didn't believe in England. England had been shit to you. The thing which makes modern Englanders love their country is a sporting team being represented on the world stage, plus pop music, patriotism, comedy helps also, Monty Python and all those delightful fellows, Those who were in the upper classes could love only what they owned, as Donald Pleasance's character had claimed in Dennis Potter's haunting, moving masterpiece Blade on the Feather. It wasn't Britain that the aristocracy loved, or the patriots now look back fondly on when the British were proud to be British. It wasn't being British that they loved, it was being wealthy and superficially, materially satisfied. No one was just happy to be born in England. It was only ever about social circumstances, nice houses, expensive meals, and fine clothing. What more proof do we need that life is truly rather empty, really, if that is what it took to make an Englishman enjoy being born in England in the first place, right? Terence Davies composed a film which displays old England, the surface, and behind the closed door, a dad who was drunk, a son riddled with repressed trauma, another generation of British men who care only about food, drink, money, materials, nice houses, just nothing else to the world other than just some reward to look forward to at the end of the day. Just vulgarity, brutality, and just, nothing special to life. Just materialistic slog. May as well have been born anywhere else, really. What the hell are they ever accusing Americans of doing so much worse culturally, socially, by comparison? All the Brits ever wanted was nice food, expensive clothing, elaborate houses, and social acclaim. How very Christ-like of them indeed. Oh, Hollywood is decadent. Now, old British life, we really cared about values and king and country and Christianity. We just needed a cup of tea for our own indulgences. And a country estate and most costly garments, fancy dinners and posh social circles or scenes. We're not like those Americans, so much classier, our disguises, It is true, prettier to be sure, well-tailored and refined, but a complete lie, and the realization of that lie is not so bad. We get Terence Davies' magnificent feature here, his breakout work, which culminated in a long, illustrious career, recently emerging again for 2021's Benediction, one of the most viewed videos on this channel here, my review of it, and a piece which is better than I'd expected to be in hindsight, actually. Terence Davies is close to being the finest director in the English language alive today, or from the UK at least. I claimed that England, in my Benediction review, or at least Terence Davies' England, is a series of expectations and disappointments. I wholly stand by that here, I think. So, if not truly representative of England as we know it or want to know it, what is Distant Voices Still Lives really depicting then, in any instance? That place where we go when we truly enjoy an escapist popular song, that world is where we are hoping to live forever. What we yearn for the rest of our lives, tomorrow henceforth, shall be.